Hey, everybody, welcome to Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. I am your host, Jessica Milagros, with my co host, Busy Blue, and we're here with Riley. Riley, how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm so good. It's so nice to meet you guys. I'm definitely really sad to be out of the house, but I can't complain.
It's kind of a weird feeling, right? Kind of like being in that house for for as long as you were, and then just coming back out, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks in there feels like 2 years. You get to know people double time in there, and you develop such great bonds. So I'm really gonna miss my friends.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your strategy going in, like right before you're in the house. Tell us about your strategy and then tell us how or if you needed to change that strategy and if it was anything like you thought it was going to be.
Believe it or not, I didn't want to have a strategy going into the house because I feel like when you plan too hard, things always go backwards. So I went in with an open mind. I definitely didn't intend on winning the first HOH, that's for sure. But I'm also a very competitive girl, and I've been competitive my whole life, especially with myself. So once we hit that challenge, I wanted to win it. And ultimately, I became a person of power in the house right off the bat. So that was something I had to navigate.
Yeah. Regarding that, particularly with your HOH, usually first week HOH is just, you had a different HOH. You had to take them off versus actually putting them on. And but what was interesting is that you had an actual target. Why that versus just letting the house figure it out and not get any blood on your hands?
The house kind of did. So the thing about having the first HOH, you have 16 one-on-ones, so you can get a feel for how everybody else is feeling. And I felt pretty isolated up in my room, so I had to use the opinions of others to make my decision because they are mingling more with other house guests downstairs. They're having more conversations. I had to not only decide who I was going to pull off, but who I was going to leave up, and ultimately, whoever the other three were staying, I had to make sure that we were able to develop a working relationship together. So that was a lot of decision making in a very short amount of time based off very minimal information and minimal experience. So that was definitely tough for me to, come to those conclusions at the end because you're still learning people's names at that point. So it was very hard for me to navigate that.
I had Busy ask a question.
So when you were in the house, before you got into the house, you talked about, women's empowerment and really wanted to be very pro women. And I love that. I was excited about it before you got there. But then when you got empowered, you took down two men. What was your thinking and thought process behind that?
I am definitely for women, doing everything they can to compete and feel worthy and like they have a seat at the table. That is always something that's been so important to me. But I am also strategic in a way that like I felt like my best game move was going to be pulling Jared and Corey off the block. I am confident in myself enough as a woman and as a player to not have to build an alliance just based on, if we're all women or, stuff like that. So I wanted to work with people I felt best suited my game. And in the moment, those are the people I felt that would help me move further along.
My next question is, why would you confirm to Heisem that you were targeting him?
I am an honest person, just like he is. So am I. And it's really hard in the moment to formulate some sort of story to go around the very direct question he asked me. So I'm a really bad liar. And looking back, I probably could have escaped that situation. But I thought honestly that it would kick me in the butt more to lie and him find out later than to just have an honest conversation with him because he is, a very, he believes in redeeming yourself and having honest conversations. And I thought that maybe that would be a good bonding moment for us, to tell him the truth. But everything happens for a reason.
We really were not, yeah, we really were not expecting him to come in with all those really straightforward questions. But you took it like a champ. You were super sweet. And I know that you said you were a team player. So let us know who, even though you're a team player, who was your number one, and who are you going to miss most leaving this house?
So immediately right off the bat, Jag and I hit it off. We were like two peas in a pod. I absolutely love Jag. So he and I pretty much declared a final to the second day in the house. But I never expected myself to get so close to Matt. So honestly, I would love to see either one of those two take it all the way. I'm going to miss them both dearly. And the beautiful part about Big Brother is that you just develop these amazing friendships. And I know that no matter what, we will always be friends. I can't wait to see them again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? What's even more amazing is that you are now a part of the Big Brother CBS family. So from one house guest to another, welcome to the family. And we can't wait. We can't wait to see you out there.
So excited. This is the best. I mean, this show is my favorite. I am so excited to be a part of the Big Brother family. It's a dream come true. I keep pinching myself. It's real. I'm so happy to be a part of this.
Well, thank you so much. You were a pleasure to watch, really. You're a breath of fresh air.